Are you guys sick and tired of losing in the casinos? Do you want a strategy that will take you to the promised land? Then this strategy is for you. Back up, hold on. Okay guys, enough of the infomercial crap. I'm a realist here, so let's get back to reality. You guys know that I play a ton of craps, not necessarily always at the casino, but I'm always on my table trying out strategies, trying to find something that I feel comfortable with that I could play at the casino. I finally narrowed it down to this. I feel like I could take this to the casino and win most of the time. Of course, every strategy has a hole in it, but this strategy right here plays with extreme probability, and that's what I like about it. So this is a great strategy for random rollers. When you go up to a table and you're playing with a bunch of random rollers, you want to play with some sort of probability. Most people talk about playing the 6 and 8 as a probability. I'm going to flip the script on that. I'm going to talk about probability of number of rolls. They say that the 7 should roll every 6 times, or in probability's sake, it should roll about every 6 times, all right, with a random shooter. So if that's the case, instead of just playing a 6 and 8, why don't we cover every number for 2 rolls? All right, so we're playing with the opposite type of probability, and that's the amount of rolls that should be thrown for each person, which is 6. So if we're going to hope that we get 6 rolls based off of probability, why not go to the extremes and only take 2 rolls and give ourselves a better chance to win with that probability amount of rolls? Okay, that if the number 7 is supposed to roll every 6 rolls, then why not play for only 2 of them? All right, so that's what I'm talking about with extreme probability. Now I've laid this out also where we're going to have another chance with an extreme probability, and that's by using the don't pass. Now remember, this is a strategy that I'm talking about when you get to the casino and you're on a table with a bunch of randoms, and in all honesty, you can play it with a bunch of controlled shooters too. Here's the thing, this strategy is built to win for short rolls or for long rolls. All right, so look at it this way. No matter what, you've got a good chance to win, whether it's a controlled shooter that throws 20 rolls or a shooter that only gets past 3 to 5 rolls. You're going to still win over the long haul. All right, instead of playing for big monster rolls, which most of us usually do, we try to stay up and press and press and press, but that usually takes our bankroll down. Well, it does mine anyways. I don't know about yours. So this strategy is built to win on short rolls and long rolls. Bad thing is when you see those long rolls go by, you can't get frustrated because you're playing a strategy for the long haul instead of for those quick hits. All right, guys, so I have a friend that says this strategy is super boring. And you know what? I totally agree with that. But I'm sick of losing at the casino. So what I told him is I'd rather play a boring strategy and have a really good chance to win than to play a fun strategy and come home broke. So I have been playing this a ton. And yes, it does lose. It's not a magic strategy. It has its holes. But the one thing I've noticed is that it always gives me a chance to win. I'm going to go ahead and play this strategy out, I don't know, for a few weeks, give you guys some data on it. I'll play it at all different levels. And that's the other good thing about this. You could play it at any level, at any table, because it's only for 2 rolls. For those of you that really like to get that not aggression, but that excitement, and you want to win more money, then put more money out for 2 rolls. All right, you could play it at a $10 table. You can play it at a $15 table. You can play it at a $25 table. You can even play it at the bubble craps machine for fun, which I will do. I'm going to actually start using this strategy at the bubble craps machines, and I'm going to tailor it way down. Remember, when you have a bankroll that you buy in with, you want to buy in with at least enough for 10 shooters. Now with this strategy, I feel comfortable buying in for like 5 shooters. So when I'm at the bubble craps machine and I do my $200 challenge, I'd play it where I'd have a take 5 chances. I feel good that I can get through that. All right, so that's the one thing we got to remember. We're playing with extreme probability here and hoping that we can win over the long haul. So let's take a look at this strategy. So the next step in the extreme probability is by using the don't pass. I'm going to show you how that's integrated here in a second. So let's say that the come out roll is a 9. All right, at this point, you'll give the dealers your money. You can choose to play and cover the point if you choose, or not to cover the point. I haven't been covering the point. I'm just taking the chance of hoping that the point don't hit before a 7. All right, so that's going to be one way you can adjust this strategy. You can cover the point if you want, give the dealers enough to put you across, including the point, or you don't have to cover the point. In my case, I usually don't cover the point. All right, so that's where the 2 holes are in this strategy. Of course, a 0.7, which you're going to get a little bit of money back. A 0.7, you'll get a tiny bit more back, but you'll still go backwards, or hitting the point. All right, so let's start out first by saying that the next roll after the come out roll is a 5. So the 5 is going to get paid $35. You lose 5 of it to replace that. So the profit for that roll was $30, okay? All right, now let's say we get lucky and the next roll is an 8. You're going to win $35 for the 8, okay, minus the 5 for your C&E. So you're going to win $30 for that roll also. Now you turn your bets off. You ask the dealer to turn you off. Of course, this isn't going to be up anymore, so this is still part of your money. It goes into your rack. And now you just wait for it to resolve. You're hoping for the 7 before the 9, with the probability saying, you know, a shooter will only roll around 6 rolls. Now, this is where the extreme probability comes in. It's extreme because we're only going 2 rolls instead of 3, 4, 5, or 6. And it's also extreme because now we've got the 7 on our side to finish out this hand. So that's where you play it out. All right, the way I play it now is if the 7 hits, you're going to win another 25. And this is what the breakdown would look like. All right, after 2 rolls, you would have $85 in your bank if it plays out exactly like it should, like the don't hits before the point. So let's just back it up a bit. And let's say that the point is still 9. All right. And now let's say that the point gets hit instead of the 7 getting thrown. All right, so the point gets hit, puck comes off, and we lose this don't. So now we're done with this shooter. We're absolutely done. They're still shooting the dice. It's still the same shooter, but we take our profits with what we made from that shooter, and we wait till the next shooter. Remember, like I said, there's going to be times that you're sitting at the table waiting because they roll 20 rolls. And it is what it is, you know. But that's gambling, all right? So we win $60 on that shooter. Okay, let's take a look at some of the bad scenarios with it. So let's just relay our money out. Say the come out roll is a 5. All right. We put our money back out there. So we've got $3 C, $2 E. And let's say that after the come out roll, they throw a 7. So this is how much you're going to lose because you're going to get paid 25. So you've got 125, 135, $140 you're going to lose on a 0.7. Okay, so let's just look at the next scenario. Point is 5. Let's say that they throw an 8. Okay, you're going to get paid $35 minus the 5. All right, so now let's say it's a 0.7. Okay, so now they throw the 7. So you're going to get paid there. You've already won this. So this is what you'll lose on a 0.7. And of course, this is at a $25 table. So you're going to lose 110. You're going to lose $115 on a 0.7. Okay, but that's the worst that can happen to you, is that you could lose either on a 0.7 or a 0.7. All right, but we're hoping for probability that people can get past, you know, 1 to 2 rolls. Now, I've got to warn you, there's going to be times that you play and you're going to see 5 or 6 0.7, 0.7s out of 10 shooters. And I'm saying to stick around for 10 shooters. That way you can manage the ebbs and flows of the game. All right, because usually if you're around for 10 shooters, you can fight through enough to where you're still not going to lose all your money, but you definitely won't win. You can lose a lot of money still if there's 0.7, 0.7s. But I'm just giving you the whole scenario here. So when we're looking at extreme probability, we're not looking at probabilities of the 6 and 8. We're looking at probabilities of the numbers of rolls. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to play it a few times. I'm going to put a few videos out to give you some data. We'll see how it plays out. I'm going to go ahead and play it with a $25 level, a $15 level, and a $10 level, and we'll see how it goes. Remember, I'm not guaranteeing a win. Every time I play it on video, it might lose. Who knows? But probability shows that we should be able to get past 2 rolls a few times, hopefully enough times in a 10-hand session to be winners. And if not, we shouldn't lose our whole bankroll. So this will let you play with random shooters. It'll let you play all day long. It'll let you play all trip long, however it is, if you stick with this strategy.